Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today.
They've handled all comers through the first 3 months, a perfect 12-0.
Yeah, they're 3/4 of the way to a perfect season, and now's where it really starts to get into your mind. We'll see if it affects their play in any way.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals, two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
The numbers a week ago for Chase.
8 catches, 136 yards, and a touchdown.
Having a nice season. Number 8 in the league in receiving yards, and not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
Here we go. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Now it's Burrow. Got his man. It's Warren.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now it's Burrow.
That is incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Ready? Go.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Looking to throw. Milton.
And this nearly an interception right off the bat. An early crisis averted as that winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Shepard, and able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of '85. But then they'd never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup matchup game because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's third year playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
And he will slide down with a good gain. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Let's go. Trap 60, trap 60.
Operating from the gun, Milton. That is caught. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On 1st and 10, Milton.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. You talk about this Bengals defense.
This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
A solid stiff arm. And they'll have it in the run zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
For an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I get
Touchdown! A great play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Commanders use the only turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
To try here for the extra point.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the result, a touchdown for Washington.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
This defense for the Commanders, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
11 mighty, 11 MT, 11
Burrow
MT.
on play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Burrow. And this one too low.
And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And this game, CD, some are calling it the game of the year. Others are saying, hey, this is the Super Bowl preview. And as we speak, these are the top seeds in each conference. How do you think these two teams approach this one internally?
And I think that we both subscribe to the theory that it is the game of the year so far, and it could be a Super Bowl preview. I know outwardly both teams are going to tell us, hey, it's 1 of 16. We're going to do what we do. Let's just go ahead and play our game. But I think we both know that internally, they're saying we've got to establish we're the team to beat in case we see it.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know. Looking ahead.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Come on. Hey.
Back to throw. Milton escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Milton. He finds his man. Complete. That's Bowers. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1.
Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
2nd and goal from the 1. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
His 8th rushing touchdown, his 12th overall. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this. Off it goes. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, It's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
And the Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Back to throw. Bullard. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do. On the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 2nd down, it's Shepard, and he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
You and I have talked about it before, but what about the year this guy's had on the ground? You come in as a rookie and in the discussion as MVP.
And people have always told me, running back, one of the easiest positions to break in, but not to this level. If you're talking MVP, that means he's had a sensational season.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, Thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
Here we go.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 31.
Now he'll try to run with this.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing. So he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
Off the play fake. Milton.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
A great effort there. 32 yards.
And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
And it'll come out to the 25. Attempt to return. The Bengals set to take over. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have...
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground. That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Off play action. Milton rolling to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
On third down, it's Shepard, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great play there.
That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Here's Burrow. Over the middle, it's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Warren. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
11, mighty. 11.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it's second down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. On second down, here's Burrow. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
Touchdown, Washington.
Well, they're just having fun. I mean, they are clicking on every single cylinder, offense, defense, and here, special teams.
And how about the extension of the lead? This one felt a lot like, you remember Seattle-Denver Super Bowl 48? Percy Harvin to start the second half. Seattle was already firmly in control. Now, they feel like they can't be caught.
Yeah, they are firmly in control right now.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Now the Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
12, 11, 11.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. So
we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that number 1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're done just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that number 1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Touchdown, Washington! A big play there. 67 yards.
And the Commanders have got it on cruise control.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Now as they get their first possession of this second half.
Here we go.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
It's taken to the 26. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
88 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Off the bootleg. Milton sliding out of the pocket. He finds his man complete. That's Barker. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
Now those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the 4th quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
He finds his man complete. That's Shepard. All the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Commanders extend their lead yet again.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. Now Burrow. He finds his man complete. That's Warren. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He will find his man Chase complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 29-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
11.
To the air again, Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away.
Gun.
And it'll be second down.
11 MT.
26-yard line.
What is that?
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals! From 21 yards away.
And the Bengals are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Milton. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Milton. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding. Offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle. It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Up the middle they go. Shepard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
And we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Milton. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like...
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
The remote's clicking off right now.
And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals 18. 127 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better really as the night's gone on.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Shepard. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Shepard. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
Now, I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us. Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Point after try forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A good